Hey you, before the video starts, consider dropping a like, a comment, and maybe consider subscribing. This really does help the channel grow. On to the video. Hey guys, it's Bane here, back again with another account review. Today we're looking at Sovadark's account, and from this dashboard, it is a early-ish game account compared to the others that we see usually on this channel, so I'm very hyped and very excited to look at it, see what advice we can offer for someone at this stage of the game, because like I said, it's very rare we see an account like this, and so it's always a great opportunity to be able to help people who are earlier in the Idleon grind to, you know, give them some perspective what to aim for. So let's go ahead and discuss. Let me catch up to chat and see if there's not anything particular I need to address. Okay, cool. So first thing I see is obviously there's no Onyx statues. So the one thing I need to check and verify first is if you are able to do Onyx statues. And the biggest thing to really consider is going to be chips, because you need chocolate chip before you're able to do any kind of crystal farming. And I didn't see it active on any of your characters. So let's go ahead and check your lab and see if you have any. You have no chocolate chip. Okay, so you are not in the position to realistically do any kind of statue farming to realistically get a large amount of them up to Onyx statues. So you need to be on the lookout for chocolate chip in the future. This node right here on Idleon Toolbox will indicate whether or not the next chocolate chip is up in rotation, and on June 4th, 2025. So in not next week after, I think, right? Yeah, week after. So in about 2 weeks, or when this video goes live, actually, I think on that day is when this video is going to come out. The chocolate chip is going to be out in rotation. So you have the pinion spurs for it. You have the beach stock spices. You just need cheese. So you haven't unlocked this meal yet in cooking. So cooking is definitely 100% something you need to focus on right now to be able to unlock this. So you need to catch up in cooking right now. You need to get your breeding up and running right now. And the one thing I see is you have a blood berserker. You don't have Deathbringer yet. So you're in a perfect position where you need to ladle farm. And the best way for you to do some ladle farming is going to be one, unlocking the ladle stamp, because I saw you didn't have that unlocked. Yeah, no, you don't have it unlocked. So this is how you get there. Number one is unlocking ladle stamp. You don't have this unlocked yet. You want to unlock this as soon as possible, because base cooking efficiency is how you get ladle generation. And this stamp is by far it is the best stamp for ladle generation, because it'll give you the cooking efficiency needed to get a lot of ladles. So you don't have Deathbringer, which is completely perfect and fine. You don't need to focus on it right now. This is 100% what you need to unlock right now. You're 100% hard focus on this. Chocolate chip is such a powerful upgrade for an early game account, and it's something you absolutely need to gear yourself up for because of how meta shifting and groundbreaking it is for you. Number one, you'll be able to hit mega crit very reliably, if not 100% of the time, because you'll be able to get Beholder statue up to Onyx up to 100%, and past 100% for the guaranteed crit chance and guaranteed mega crit. So, this statue is very easy to farm once you have crystal farming unlocked on DK. Usually I recommend having chocolate chip unlocked, having a 4-star poop card, a 4-star demon genie card, and having at least 10 to 11x drop rate. So number one, you have the 4-star poop card. Perfect. You have 2-star demon genie. So this is also something you need to do, is go on ES, go active AFK on demon genie with your portal, and just try to card farm. Basically just stick your elemental sorcerer there, click auto, and just walk away and let it crystal farm, or card farm, so you get the demon genie card up to 4 stars, and that'll be a lot of mob respawn for you. You don't have any card doublers, so the order of your cards doesn't really matter. This is going to help get you to the point where crystal farming becomes a very active, real possibility for you. So you want to get this to 4 stars is number one, what you want to do before you consider doing Onyx statues. This is already there. It's good. And then the rest of your cards is going to be dedicated to drop rate. So the crystal carrot, mimics is also pretty good as an option. Bot boxes is pretty good. What else? Let's see. Mr. Brightsides is good as an option as well. If you had mini chief spirits, I would recommend that as well. Doot gives you drop rate. This is a good one. I think Mr. Blueberry. I think I didn't count how many cards there were, but any drop rate card and crystal spawn chance card are what you want to focus on. to put in your card set for drop rate. Other thing to look at is your crystal spawn chance. So if you look at your stats and your drop rate. So right now, I mean, ignore your crystal spawn chance because you don't have the card set for it. But the drop rate at 5.8x right now is fairly low. I would recommend trying to bump this up to 10x before you realistically do a lot of crystal farming or anything. So the way you do that is by doing obols. You have some pop obols here. They aren't even upgraded, so we're gonna talk about that. So let's swap over to the main game scene and talk about this. So when you get an obol from any source, whether it be dropped or from the alchemy shop, they will start off with some base stat. So this obol, wisdom obol here starts with +1 wisdom. That is the base wisdom this provides. Okay. If I go and reroll this, it will flex some stat to go -1, +1, or +0. So you want to keep re-rolling this until it goes +1 stat. So here it rolled strength. Ideally, I want wisdom, so I want to try and roll +2 wisdom on this. And there we go. Perfect. And now I will take it, put it into the left slot, and take another wisdom obol and put it into the right slot. It'll consume this right obol. It'll either succeed or fail. If it succeeds, which I hope it does here, it'll go one tier over. So it'll go to +3. If I were to reroll the silver obol, sorry about the lag, I'm killing a lot of crystal mobs in the background. It can't go +1 anymore. +3 is the highest amount of wisdom the silver obol can get. So +3 is the cap. So it saves you obol fragments by farming the bronze obols and then re-rolling the bronze obol to be +1. And the reason I'm mentioning this is because I see you haven't done that. So I think it's a good thing to point out because your pop obols are only +3% drop rate. If you were to have a bronze one, it starts out at 1%. You can, it starts at 2%, right? Yeah, it starts out at 2%. You can roll that 2% to 3%, and then you reroll the bronze one to silver, it'll up tier to 4%. The reason I know this isn't the max percent is because Idleon Toolbox normally has a gold glow around your pop obols if you have done the +1 on your obol. So if I go to my character page, for example, you see my pop obols have this gold circle around it because it can roll up to +4. Same thing for the obol of the Ice Guard, the Domio Magnus obol, the Sparkled drop rate obols, the Hyper obols. It'll show this gold circle around it if it's got the plus or the max amount of stat on it possible. So you want this to be +4% for pop obol to get you a little bit extra drop rate. So what I recommend is going on Elemental Sorcerer, going to Gigafrogs and just farming them out. The reason you don't crystal farm on Gigafrogs, and this is probably a good distinction to talk about for a lot of early game players as well, is the distinction between whether you farm on DK and whether you farm on Elemental Sorcerer. The big distinction between the two is you need to ask yourself if it's something that can drop in a crystal mob page. If that answer is yes, if an item drops in a crystal mob page, you want to go on DK. The reason DK you want to do crystal farming on is because of the Orb of Remembrance. It seems like it reads the exact same as the wormhole mob, but it actually reads differently. So let's compare the two. The wormhole mob will say it'll give you extra EXP and drop rate per wormhole kill. Okay. If you go on DK, it'll say active EXP and drop rate per mob kill shown above the orb. So what's different here is that the DK orb doesn't have a restriction on the wormhole mob. So there's no mob that spawns on the Orb of Remembrance, and there's no so it doesn't apply to like any particular mob. It applies to every single mob in the map. What this does is it effectively multiplies the EXP and drop rate you get for crystal mobs, which means they're more likely to drop stuff out of their rare drop pages. So everything you see here will have a higher chance of dropping. Everything you see here will have a higher chance of dropping. Everything you see here, everything you see here, everything you see everything you see here, everything you see here, and everything you see here. It'll have a higher chance of dropping. The Orb of Remembrance also effectively multiplies the amount of times you roll a loot table. So say you have 100 stack on the orb. You have a +1 to your counter for the amount of times you roll a bag. So say for example, you get lucky and you roll this first bag here. If you had 100 stack, it would do another roll and you might roll this drop table. So you drop twice as much loot. If you were to stack the orb up to 200, 300, 400, you would roll the bags 2, 3, 4, 5 more times. So stacking up the DK orb effectively multiplies your drop rate to allow you to drop more and more stuff. That's why DK is really good at crystal farming and where ES falters, because ES doesn't have that same mechanic. The orb instead only applies to the mob the wormhole spawns, so it doesn't apply to crystal mobs. So that's why crystal farming on ES is terrible versus DK it's better. So that being said, when you want to pop obel farm, you want to go on ES because number one, pop obels don't drop on crystal mobs. They only drop on gigafrogs. So it is only specific to gigafrogs. So the wormhole mob is going to spawn a gigafrog, which means it can drop a pop obel. So when you kill the wormhole, it is a higher and higher and higher and higher drop rate of the pop obel dropping. And if I stay here long enough, you'll see my inventory will start filling up with pop obels, and we'll kind of let this run in the background to showcase that for you. The more and more wormhole mobs I kill, the more drop rate effectively it'll give me, because the more wormhole mobs I kill gives me more drop rate of the mob it's killing, which means I'll have a higher and higher drop rate of pop obels, and eventually I'll have so many pop obels that, you know, I'll just be able to max out my drop page. Obviously I have like 10x the amount of drop rate you have, so it's not going to go as fast as you. And you see I'm not filtering it out here because it shows the 1 in 100,000. It doesn't show filtered. And eventually you'll drop it, and you want a whole family page dedicated to drop pop obels here. For the dice obels, you want infinisixes, or rather six obels here. There you go, I got a pop obel here, which are going to drop from roll 2 crystal mobs. So when you do some crystal farming in roll 2, you'll be able to drop the dice obels there. Those will be best in slot for the squares, it'll be best in slot for the hexagons, it'll be best in slot for the sparkles until you're able to get these alternative obels here. Okay, so we talked about rolling obels. We talked about the difference between ES and DK. We talked about how to get a little bit extra drop rate. Now let's talk about obel fragments, because that's obviously the big roadblock for early game players, how to get obel fragments. Right now, you're very limited in getting obel fragments, and realistically, the only way pre-Choco chip to get obel fragments is going to be pop obel farming and just trashing extra ones you have. So to save yourself on obels, only roll on bronze obels. Get yourself, go on ES, go farm out some pop obels, get like 10, 20 of them in your drop page so you're ready to roll them. When you unlock crystal mobs, when you unlock Choco chip, go and take the Choco chip, go to Sandy Pots on World 2 with your DK, and just go try and crystal farm and spend like a few days there until you're able to drop a bunch of silver obels and trash those for fragments. Because the World 2 drop page, the crystal mob drops a lot of obels. This crystal cabal here drops the silver wisdom obel. It'll drop the silver agi obel. It drops silver luck obels. It is very likely to drop silver obels, which you can trash for a lot of fragments early game, and that'll help you kind of start fleshing out your pop obel page to get a little bit extra drop rate. So you see this 2%, it'll roll to +1, it'll roll to +2, it'll roll to +3, and then you see it's only taking 1 obel fragment there to roll it. If I were to combine it, it's now taking 3 on a silver obel, but see, I have +4, so I don't need to roll it on silver. You just roll it on bronze, and that's it. Cool. So right now, your big kind of lock right now for obel farming is obviously you need fragments. You'll worry about the fragments when you get Choco chips, so you can go a little bit. Don't go too intensively on the World 2 crystal farm, but just do enough so you have enough obel fragments to roll out a family page of pop obels. Don't upgrade your pop obels past silver. It's, like I said, more effective to have dice obels as your squares. So you only want to get the circles of pop obels for your family page and a personal page of pop obels on your circles as well. Eventually, when you have the circle pop obels, then you can go out and farm dice obels from World 2, because the crystal mob also drops dice obels. And before I forget, I'm going to move my ES away since I don't want to flood my obel page with pop obels. The World 2 crystal mobs will drop dice obels somewhere. Is it in the mega rare bag? Yeah, it's right here. There you go. So it is very rare. That's why I don't truthfully recommend trying to pre-grind them out without Choco Chip and without the Obels, without the Pop Obels, because you need a lot of drop rate to reach the Mega Rare bag. But eventually you'll get Square Obels, see, like right here. And you do the same thing. On Silver, you roll it up to +6. There you go. And then when you get another one like that, paid actor, by the way, you roll it up to +8, and that's the maximum amount. And there you go. That's like the best in slot until you are able to get the event Ice Guard Obels. Those roll up to +9, which are better, or Hyper Obels, which roll even higher than that. So that's kind of the meta farm right now. Early game, Elemental Sorcerer, you could do the Pop Obel grind right now. Just get a bunch of Bronze Obels to get you the to get you the Pop Obels just fleshed out on your family page right now. You don't need Choco Chip to do this, but you will need Choco Chip to do the Square Plus Obels and for Obel fragments. So just get some Bronze Obels right now. Worry about the Silver Pop Obels, and worry about Dice Obels when you get Choco Chip for DK. And then you should be good to go. That'll help you early game with drop rate. That's kind of the big early game thing that'll help you get more and more drop rate is Obels. Obels are the earliest source of drop rate you get in the game. They are an absolute requirement, because if I were to take off Obels, my drop rate would go down by like 3, 4, 5x. Instead of having 124 drop rate, I'll have 120. Okay. No, you moving around is completely fine. Wherever your ES goes is okay. Just move your Elemental Sorcerer down onto where the Giga Frogs spawn. Don't put your portal on the top portal where your forest fibers are, where that top portal is. Just go down to where the Giga Frogs are and just put your ES portal there and just go AFK. You'll never move up to the top, and you'll only move to where the mobs spawn. But yes, it's fine. I'm assuming you have auto loot. If you're at this stage of the game, Idleon's out of its free trial period. Auto loot is something you're going to need to really farm it. Oh, you move around too much. Do you play on your phone, or do you play on Steam or browser? Laptop, just click on auto and move away. It's okay. I mean, it's not like you're going to be filling up on Obel page anytime soon with your 5x drop rate. That's just not going to be possible. Just click on auto and walk away for like a couple hours. Assuming your laptop doesn't overheat and blow up, which is a real possibility, I suppose. Like, you don't need to actively watch it all the time. It's probably the most idle Idleon's going to be. Oh, okay. So you run into real life issues there. So whenever you're able to do that, because that'll help you supercharge your drop rate early to help you eventually when you get Choco Chip. That's what you are going to need to do. Going back to cooking. Okay. Next big thing, obviously, you're going to need cheese. You're going to need to be able to get Choco Chip. So how do you get cheese? I truthfully don't remember. Let me consult the wiki. Unlocking recipes. Here we go. Cheese. Okay, so you need the bamboo forest spice. Whatever, I can go to breeding here and find out. Territory, bamboo forest spice. Bamboo forest spice. It's probably world 3, right? Where is the spice? Oh my god, I have to go to breeding. Oh, it's pretty early on. It's encroaching forest, is that it? I think it's that one, right? It's got like... No, that's encroaching forest. Bamboo. Not like this far down, no. No, it's, oh, wait, no, that's way too far down. It's right here. Encroaching Forest, Tree Interior, Coarse Mountains, and Twilight Desert Spice. You know, Bamboo Forest is World 6, so you don't need that. So you need you need Encroaching Forest, which is World 1. You need Tree Interior, which is also, like, I think it's World 2. Coarse Mountains, which is World 2. And Twilight Desert, which is World 2, I believe, as well. So you need like World 2 spice battles for this. So it's not too difficult. Yeah, Wiki will give you the like best optimal like combination of spices to be able to find it. Bamboo, don't worry about this like first page here. This one right here will tell you the spices you're able to unlock to use to unlock the meal. You're gonna need a lot of cooking speed for this, so this is probably going to be your big hindrance, and this is why I recommend trying to do a little bit of stamp grinding for ladle, for the ladle stamp, for a little bit of ladle generation, because it'll help you kind of bypass the long amount of time it'll take to produce cheese. Yeah, so doing your spice territory battles, doing pet arena, all this stuff. Oh my, you haven't even done pet arena. So I would highly recommend trying to do this. If I go to Idleon resources, this guide sheet, which is in our Discord, by the way, I'll link it here so you have a reference to it. Shout out to Solar Frost, who helped with the pet compositions. All this stuff is going to be very optimal for you. So if you're struggling with pet arena and unlocking extra pets, pet slots, because if you want to fight with more than 3 pets at a time, you're going to need to do pet arena. And I honestly really recommend trying to do this because you can get the extra pet battle slot. You also get some extra damage to help you push the world, and help you get extra monster cash so you can, you know, level stuff up a little bit faster. Less kitchen upgrade costs, you get more cooking speed, more spice production, or not production, but more easier way to find out new meals, and also will help you get more cash, more damage, more pet slots to help you finish pet arena, finish the territory spice battles, all this stuff. So please do your pet arena. Use your Beastmaster, aka Windwalker talent. You got Windwalker before you got Deathbringer, is crazy. Remember to use your talent on Beastmaster for pet arena. This gives you unlimited entries, so you are able to do pet arena more than once per day to help you push it, and be able to unlock those spice battles so you can push the territories a little farther. The vault really should have helped a ton in increasing your capacity for being able to do pet arena and the territory spice battles, because it gives you damage in the pet arena. If I can find it. Somewhere. There's foraging speed, pet damage, pet punchies. Yes, it doesn't reset if it's already on cooldown, which is correct. So do it, use that ability before you head into pet arena. So this pet damage here, it might have been a little bit costly for you, and I don't know where you are in the vault, to be completely honest, and I can honestly look that up. Grid vaults, pet punchies. So you do have this at 264, so you have a lot of pet damage here. So you can get a lot. I mean, you have a decent amount of pet damage. So I don't think damage is your problem in breeding. I think your problem is just you haven't pushed pet arena. So I think you are able to unlock the spices required for the spice battle just by doing breeding and having more pet slots. Like this right here is going to help you push through probably the World 2 territory battles like really, really easily. This one right here is going to help you definitely push past World 2 and probably World 3. And once you unlock Monolithic and Rattler, pet arena is just a complete easy joke for you. Forgot to just breed the pets. Well, there you go. So yes, for you to be able to be positioned, you can get Choco Chip in 2 weeks. It is very, very easy for you to do that. It just requires you to actually do breeding a little bit, which is very easy these days, especially with the vault and how much of a joke it makes it. So you can 100% push and get the spice unlocked you needed, and also push cooking a little bit. I think once you unlock the ladle stamp, do a little bit of ladle farming, upgrade these meals, you should be in a very good position to push and unlock cheese. If you need the cooking speed, I would highly recommend trying to unlock corn dog as soon as possible, because this is really powerful for cooking speed. Cabbage, getting this to level 11, so you have diamond chef unlocked, and you can honestly get these meals up to level 11 like very, very easily. Yeah, I mean, it's taking you one ladle to get this meal up to level 11. Just remember to use your ladles on Blood Berserker, because that'll give you more effectiveness of your ladles. If you don't do this on Blood Berserker, it still takes you one ladle to do. That's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, you can definitely get all of these meals to level 11, like no problem. And by the way, the reason you want to get your meals up to level 11 is because of the bubble right here, Diamond Chef, which luckily you've unlocked. This will give you multiplicative, more meal cooking speed, fire kitchen speed, and it'll help you unlock new meals faster, but also get new meals faster, or like level up your meals faster. You don't even need to level this up realistically any higher. If you have the beach stock spices to expend, I would recommend doing it, because you can get a lot of effectiveness out of leveling Diamond Chef. But this will help you get even more meal cooking speed to level up your meals, which early game is a fantastic scaler for your account in giving you progression. It'll give you damage, it'll give you cash, it'll give you accuracy, some defense so you can survive, and just generally, I mean, it'll even help you with pet breeding, because it'll give you more pet fighting damage if you unlock Croissant eventually. So yes, you can get all of your meals to level 11 very easily. Cabbage is a very powerful meal. Corn dog early game is a very powerful meal. Egg is a very powerful meal as well. Eventually, when you unlock it, rice ball is a very powerful meal. Cannoli will help you in tower defense, which is really good, probably for where you're at. Leek, I don't know if you're capped on skill prowessy, but leeks will help you reach that. It'll give you more faster library checkout speeds, so you get higher level talents. If you don't have the checkout takeout talent done from World 3 yet, this will help you a ton in doing that. Yeah, just remember, when you unlock a new meal, the big thing to do is try to get that meal to level 11. Level 11 is the big breakpoint, because it'll give you a lot more meal cooking speed. Additionally, you have Voidwalker, which right now, this talent seems very mediocre, but trust me when I say it is very powerful. It is 100% the most important talent in the game for cooking speed. Right now, it is not giving you literally like anything whatsoever in terms of cooking speed. I can't even pull up my calculator. There we go. So right now, it's giving you 0.66% multiplicative meal cooking speed, which calculates like this: 0.0066 to the power of whatever total meal level you have, which right now is very unimpressive. 133. You're getting a 2% increase in your meal cooking speed, but you know the calculator. Come on. 1.0066 to the power of 200, which I don't think is that unrealistic for you. That's going to almost double. Oh my god. 1.0066 to the power of 133. It's going to almost double your meal cooking speed that you get from Blood Marrow. Remember, this is multiplicative. This is 1.037272210 times whatever your current meal cooking speed is. So it's going to help you very slowly and incrementally increase your meal cooking speed so much more. So every single level you get in a meal right now is not going to be that impactful, but do remember, it's going to scale eventually. This multiplies with Diamond Chef, this multiplies with Fluoride, it multiplies with the crops you found in farming, so and also with the MSA totalizer, the total amount of waves you pushed in worship. So this right now isn't really that powerful, but as you put more talent points into it, you book it, you level it up, you're going to get more and more and more meal cooking speed. So I would 100% use a book on this talent as soon as you can, because while the meal levels right now are not going to be that impressive, leveling up the talent is going to be really, really powerful for you. I don't know what your max book is right now, but I imagine it's higher than 100 for sure. 136, I see 125 here. 136. So round about 136 maybe. Account, construction. Where can I even see your max book, to be completely honest? I don't even know. Anyways, if you get it up to 136, it's going to go 0.802. It's 151. So if you were to get this to 151, that's 0.0855%. Okay. So at your current meal level, with this talent at level 100, it's giving you 2.4%. I'll round up. If I level this up instead, the multiplier will be 100855 to the power of 133. That's going to give you an extra 0.8% increase to your meal speed. And again, if you were to level that up instead to 200 total meal levels, which again is not that unrealistic where you are right now, to the power of 200, you're now at 5.4%. So it's over double the meal speed is currently giving you. So by leveling up the talent and leveling up your meals, getting them to level 11, you're going to have an explosive growth in your meal cooking speed, and you'll be able to level up your meals probably to level 30 very soon. With how exponential your cooking speed can grow right now, you can blow past your current max meal level on meals like very easily. In combination with you unlocking more meals, getting those meals to level 11, getting those meals to 30, all that is going to come together, and you're going to get a lot of account bonuses from cooking very, very quickly. So I would 100% unlock Ladle Stamp. I would 100% put your Deathbringer into the kitchen. The most optimal gear for you right now is probably going to be this right here. You're going to want Serrated Rex Rings. Serrated Rex Rings in the kitchen. I'm on DK right now, but Serrated Rex Rings in the kitchen give you a ton of cooking efficiency. 22,327, 22,573. I mean, don't compare yourself to me because I have every skill efficiency boost in the game. I'm way ahead of you in every aspect. But Serrated Rex Rings will increase your ladle generation. Equip the Skilled Dimwit Prayer if you have it. If you had, you probably don't have Zerg Rush again, but if you had it, I'd equip that. For your cards, you want skill efficiency. So if you have the Troll card for skill efficiency, it's 100% worth it. Because it'll help increase the ladle generation you get. Whatever AFK gains you get for skilling, if you have a card set for, if you have a card for it, do that. So the Amarok card will give you the skill AFK gain. If you have Biggie Hours, the double AFK claim chance might give you a little bit more ladles as well. There's also the post office box will help you with ladle generation because there is a post office box for it, which you may or may not have unlocked. It just kind of depends. Because it's right here in the second page. I think you might need to progress breeding, or you might, the pet arena is how you might unlock this, or you might need to do a little bit of sailing to unlock this. I don't know. One of those two will help unlock this, but it'll give you 2 times ladle drop potentially, more cooking efficiency. That'll help you a ton. Yeah, you don't have the upgrade yet, which is completely fine. But you would be able to do... not faster cooldowns. Wasn't there one for just general? I guess not. Never mind. Ignore me. Breeding. It is breeding. So breeding will help unlock the second page. So yeah, that'll give you the cooking efficiency, the ladle generation. That's going to be really good for you to put on your Blood Berserker. Getting the post office box for this is going to be very powerful for you. Desktop. Back we go. Okay, so yeah, use your book on this. Use a book on this. Use a book on this. Generally, just use your books because you want to try to complete the achievement for World 3. This checkout takeout talent, the faster you get this done, the better, because it'll help you in the long run with your library because it'll get faster library charge speed, so you get faster 20 books, and you also get the +5 max book level. So instead of 151 as your max talent, it'll be 156. So the way you complete this this task the fastest is by using a single book, one at a time. If I remember correctly, I never commit this to memory, so I don't know. Don't use the automation arm for 20 books at a time. It only counts 1 book. I could be wrong on that. I hear mixed info all the time on it. Also, it's been a long time since I've gotten this achievement, so I don't know myself. Just use 1 book at a time, just to be safe, so it counts towards his talent. You need to effectively check out 800 books to complete this talent. So the other way you would complete this is by not only waiting and doing it a little bit more frequently. Whenever you see a book available, just use 1 book. Don't use the 20 on automation arm, but you can also use Kilroy. Kilroy has a not permanent upgrade, but Kilroy has a thing where you can spend skulls for library checkouts. So I would recommend using those to help complete the task a little bit faster. And you said you don't have the automation arm for it. That's completely fine. eventually the automation arm is going to be pretty good for you. Because it'll help you get basically use 20 books at a time to get the max level of the talent. It just saves you a lot of time. Is it best to go all out in the third slot? Yes, absolutely. If you have Kilroy Prime unlocked and you are able to get that, 100% focus on it all day, every day, because you get more skulls out of it and it'll help you in the long run with Kilroy. Obviously, Sovereign, you're not going to be there because that's a Rift upgrade. Don't worry about it. Okay. In terms of construction, the library book is something I would absolutely recommend trying to level up. Any of your towers, I would highly recommend trying to level up. Poisonic Elder, as you get to like level 20, I think is when it starts taking over Boulder Roller. But Boulder Roller is definitely what you want to focus on early game for tower defense. And Party Starter as well is going to help a ton. You have Voidinator unlocked, so you should be able to push a little bit further in tower defense now. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so go ahead, do some party dungeon. Do it on your happy hour whenever you can. There is a role in the Discord you can claim, and you can ping people with happy hour to help carry you. But you know, just completing the party dungeon to help max out your Flurbo shop is going to be very powerful for your account, because Flurbo shop gives you a ton of power, gives you a bunch of weapon power to help you push. It gives you a bunch of talent points. These talent points are spread across every single tab. So tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, tab 4, and tab 5 for your master classes, and also star talent points. So this helps you kind of flesh out your talents, get a little bit further with your classes. The class EXP, this is nothing huge, but it helps a little bit early game. The skilling XP is nice, so you get higher levels for your maestro, so they can out level your characters, get more skill efficiency for them. Monster cash is always nice to help you get more cash to level up your stamps if they're a little too expensive to buy out shops and such. The accuracy is really nice in helping you push if you're running into accuracy problems. Defense obviously nice so you don't die. AFK gains will help you with your skilling. It'll help you with your prints. It's really good. So please do your party dungeon, spend your Flurbos, and try to upgrade this. And you have a bunch of boosted runs, so just remember to do party dungeon. And honestly, the Equinox upgrade that you're missing out on, the liquid vestment, is so powerful. It's so good for alchemy. You're not at a stage to where you want to do 100% of the time doing bubo, cranium cooking, and all that, because you're not at 200 talents. That's when it becomes like really powerful. Liquid vestment is kind of the next step after 200 talents, because it'll help you do more liquid cap and rate to help you get you more liquid, so you can get dense liquid, so you can get regular liquid water to help upgrade your gear. And that's probably something you also need to do, is upgrading your gear. And liquid vestment will help out with that. The way this works is whenever you're full on liquid, so you see my cauldrons here, I'm at the max for trench seawater. So whenever I generate one liquid, if I were max level at 99% of liquid vestment, for example, it would instead, every one liquid I generate instead puts that liquid it would have generated into 0.9 for cap and 0.9 for rate. So effectively, one liquid generated will give me 1.8 liquid. So having at cap and doing cranium cook and progressing that will effectively double the amount of liquid I'm generating. That's why liquid vestment is good, and that's why end gamers like lost their minds when this upgrade came out, because it was so powerful for bubo. Okay. Not anything you need to worry about right now. I think once you get 200 talent points into bubo, it becomes a little better for you, but not anything to worry about right now. I think you need to worry about trying to get to 200 talents first, and that's going to come in the form of the checkout takeout talent. It's going to come in the form of Sovereign Fury, not Sovereign Fury Relic, just Fury Relic levels. Getting it to Ancient is probably going to help you push towards that 200 talent level. So you get 10 Tentacle to 200, so you can get the 3-second cooldown reduction, but also 200 Cranium Cook, so you get more time for killing the mobs. Refinery, this is obviously very slow. Be mindful not to over level your salts. I see you over level them. The reason I know you've over leveled your salts is because this is red. You're only printing 118 every hour, but it's costing you 158. If this is red, that means you over leveled your explosive salts, or whatever this salt is pointing to. So you need to deactivate this and level this up to make sure you're at infinite salt generation capacity. The same thing here on the second page. You've overleveled your purple salts. You haven't overleveled Nolo salts, which is completely fine. You're at the exact 1-to-1 ratio here, so you may want to consider leveling it up on purple salts. You may want to level up dioxide salts a lot more, but never auto refine green, never auto refine red. Never, 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 never. Only when you're in the thousands of levels can you consider that. Yeah, we don't need to talk about Atom Collider. You're nowhere near the stage to where you want to do that. Okay. Big thing. Your Atom Threshold. People don't talk about this because it's that early game, but when you unlock Atom Collider, first thing you want to do is turn it off. Turn off Atom Collider. Second thing you want to do is make sure this resource is at 1050 mil. If you are not printing or able to print, I can actually helium level. If you're not able to get 1 billion of a resource, you don't deserve atoms. That's just the end all be all. Set it to 1050 mil and do not touch this ever again. Then turn off Atom Collider. You might be asking yourself, why turn off Atom Collider? I'm not going to get atoms. That's not how Atom Collider works. In fact, there is an in-game hard code resource cap of 1050 mil. No matter if you have Atom Collider on or off. If you don't have Atom Collider and you don't build it, your storage capacity will still cap out at 1 billion. Sounds crazy, but the reason that is because of mobile. Mobile runs into integer overflow issues, and Lava's code fixed solution to that was just capping resources at that number. So regardless if you have Atom Collider on or off, it will cap your resources at 1 billion. And then whenever you overproduce an atom, overproduce a resource, and you get 10 million of it, it will automatically convert it into an atom. So regardless if your Atom Collider is on or off, you will gain atoms. And it will cap at a 1050 mil. So you always want it off. The reason you want it off is because if I turned it on and accidentally click this, every single item in my storage that is over 15 million will get deleted, turn into atoms, and reduce down to 15 million, which, as you can imagine, is very painful because having the excess resources is nice for upgrading things like stamps or having the extra resources in case I need to craft more gear, which, as you get into World 5, World 6, costs millions of resources, hundreds of thousands to millions of resources. So if I were to turn it on to 15 mil, I would not be able to craft a Marble-Glass Tunic until my Atom Collider turns on, or I were to fish the shellfish here. So it's just a quality of life thing. I never recommend turning on Atom Collider, and I never recommend setting this lower than 1050 mil. Okay. Okay, so your print sample. To get higher prints, the best way to do that is try to cap out your print sample rate at 90%. The best way to do that is to try and unlock Royal Sampler Prayer. It sounds scary, the Royal Sampler Prayer itself, because it gives you like minus EXP gain. This will only reduce it by 0.48% where it is right now, so it's not that bad. Turn on Royal Sampler, get it to like level 11. The 90% print sample rate is so incredibly important for an early game account because that 90% is where it caps out. This 90% right here, you'll see it in your construction info. This is where this number is printed. I'll go full screen so you guys can actually see it. It is very important early game to hit this because this effectively multiplies the amount of prints you have. Yes. So you have it, put it on your characters, and don't worry about taking it off until you've like gotten to Cavern 15, to be completely honest with you. In the hole. This is a very good prayer. The downsides of it are very negligible. Don't worry about the downside. Just equip it and forget about it. Okay, you have it on your characters. That's good. Like to see it. Your next goal is try and hitting that 90%. To be completely honest, I can't remember all of the sources for it. I remember there's a bubble. It is pretty resource intensive because it's Dune Souls. This one right here, sample it, give you a little extra sample rate. There's a vial for it as well. Somewhere. somewhere. Have we not unlocked it? It's somewhere. I know there's a vial for it. Did I like scroll over it? Hello? Print sample size. There we go. The slow story. This one gives you print sample size. So leveling this vial up is going to be pretty good to help you, cap out your 90% print sample rate. The bubble is going to help you out with that. Leveling up Royal Sampler obviously is going to help out with that. There's a stamp for it. There's 2 stamps for it actually. This one right here, the Ample Sample Stamp, and there's one more. It is. Swear to God. This one right here. Sample stamp. Jesus Christ. This one will also help you get this out. There's also a lab node for stamp doublers for non-misc stamp doubles. You have this equipped, so this will help you get the sample rate as well. Okay. Get off the sigils. Do not touch sigils. Take your characters off of it. Don't worry about it. Your sigil speed is way too low to consider this. It's painful to see that you have this at the piss color sigil. This is a waste of your time. Do not touch this until you get to the like mid World 6, to be completely honest with you. Your biggest focus is going to be unlocking bubbles, because right now, from what I can see, you are in World 6, right? But you don't have World 5 bubbles. So your big focus is trying to unlock these bubbles. So put your characters in these cauldrons to push towards unlocking these bubbles, because you're missing things like catching AFK, gold food effect, non-consume chance for your bubbles, for your food rather. Weapon power. Weapon power is really, really good for your damage. You're missing lab EXP, if I can hover over it. You're missing chopping and worship power, divinity EXP, base wisdom, damage. This is a big damage increase to your account, so unlocking this bubble is going to give you a huge amount of damage increase. You're missing AFK gains for sailing. You're missing more weapon power, more catching and trapping, more base stats here, more mining and fishing power, more weapon damage, more base strength, more damage there, and up to more card drop chance, more shiny pet chance, more sailing speed, more divinity power, more bits earned, more chance to not use divinity points, which is probably really good for you, more lower particle cost upgrades for atoms. There's a lot that you're missing here. It is really, really important that you try to unlock the World 4 and World 5 bubbles. And what do I mean by World 4 and World 5 bubbles? It's just, every single 5 bubbles you increase by is just essentially a new world. So this is like World 1, this is World 2, this is World 3, this is World 4, this is World 5, this is World 6. So that's essentially what I mean by the World 4, World 5 bubbles. Those World 5 bubbles, particularly the power of Try 1, Try 2, and Try 3, are really powerful for giving you damage, because it introduces one of the first probable sources you're going to find of percent damage per stat. This is when stats become really important for your damage, but also your skill efficiency. No, I mean, skill efficiency has always been there, but for your damage wise, this is how damage starts scaling. And it's really important you unlock this so you get more and more damage to push World 6 eventually. The other thing I kind of glossed over, which I guarantee you need to do, is, oh yeah, absolutely, your lab and divinity. Can you explain the best cost-efficient way to unlock new bubbles? So yeah, sure. So Nova, where you are right now is particularly trying to unlock 200 talents for Bubo. Cranium Cook is how you really skyrocket and juice your alchemy. But for right now, you're kind of locked into doing alchemy once a day, because that's effectively the cooldown of your Cranium Cook. So you want to go on the highest tier map you can. Particularly Citringes is really good early game. If you can kill Tremor Worms, that's really good on Bubo. That's like the best map overall at any stage of the game. If you are able to farm Tremor Worms, is the best bang for your buck for Cranium Cook. So doing Tremor Worms is really good. Doing Citringes as a backup if you can't do Tremor Worms. If you can't do Citringes and kill them in one shot, the crystal mobs in one shot, that is. Going back to Flambage. Flambage is another good map to do Cranium Cook. And whenever your Cranium Cook is off cooldown, go ahead and use it. Your characters be stuck in the cauldron, so you generate the liquid for that in the cauldrons to try and level that up. Do remember to try to upgrade your boost. So I'd recommend trying to upgrade the extra here. This extra will help level up these boosts here. The next thing you want to do is probably the luck, leveling up luck. Speed will help increase the brew speed so you get more of the liquid. The other thing you want to make sure is when you are on Bubo, Make sure you have a high level book of bubble breakthrough. It'll help unlocking new bubbles, so you can get the world 4, world 5 bubbles unlocked. This is mandatory, absolutely mandatory, if you want to try and level up and unlock new bubbles. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's talk about sailing. So, biggest mistake I always see for people who are starting out in sailing is they either move on or forget to try to unlock Fossary Tusk. This is early game, the only source of artifact find chance that you're going to get, obviously, except World 6, I guess now. Fossary Tusk is really, really powerful. The more sailing levels you get, it helps scales your artifact find chance. It is absolutely mandatory if you want to progress sailing to try to get Fossary Tusk. 100% go back to the first island, unlock this, and try to get it to Ancient as soon as you possibly can. Use every single one of your boats, stick it on the first island, and whenever 2 hours go by, go claim Fossary Tusk, or try to claim it, because it'll help you unlock new artifacts really, really easily. The next big thing is going to be AD Tablet. This is a very easy early game scaler for sailing speed, which is required for helping get to later islands. So Ancient Fossary Tusk, and then immediately after try to Ancient AD Tablet so you get more sailing speed to push further into the islands. From there, the next big thing, I guess, for sailing that's going to help you break through is obviously Alchemy. Depending on if you have Sheepy or not. If you have Sheepy, you don't need to worry about equipping it. But if you don't have Sheepy, you want to equip this on every single one of your characters. Sailor at Heart. Whenever you claim AFK time on your characters, there's a chance that AFK time will go towards sailing. So if you claim 2 hours of AFK time on your character and this procs, it also progresses sailing by 2 hours, which means you can go and claim more boats and have a chance at getting your artifacts unlocked, which is really powerful. The other source of that is going to be golden hamster gummies. You think you have Sheepy? Good. Yes, you do have Sheepy, so you don't need to worry about equipping it. That's fantastic for you. So 100%. Try to unlock that bubble. If you can stick your Bubo into the green cauldron and try to rush that as soon as possible, it's going to help you with sailing. Additionally, in 2 weeks, when the Choco chip drops, you'll be able to gold food farm a little bit on World 5 with your DK. I don't want you to farm like extensively for it. Spend like a couple hours at most every single day and try to get like 3, 4, or 5 golden hamster gummies and stick them across every single one of your characters, because golden hamster gummies are required. They are very, very important for helping you progress sailing, and I don't see you have any. So, eventually getting a stack is going to be very powerful. That is the other source of sailing AFK time claim in the game outside of the bubble. And Omnifal, which you probably don't have unlocked yet. This one right here. For me, I have high gold food effect, so this isn't going to say 19% for you. It's probably going to say like 0.1%. But just having this... Okay, so what you want to do is try to equalize the stack across all of your characters. Because if you only have 10, and you put all that 10 on one character, you effectively only have a very small chance on one character to claim it. But if you were to spread it out across all of your characters, you have a very small chance across all of your characters to do it. There's also a post office box for it, which I can't remember is either breeding or is from sailing. It's probably sailing is how you unlock it. But that also helps you get the sailing time as well. This hamster gummy is the best way to go about it. You just need a decent stack of them. Early game, pre-choco chip, having like 1, post-choco chip having 10 across all of your characters is going to help you claim, but this is very slowly going to help you progress sailing. Just be mindful whenever you claim AFK time on your character. If it says sailing, go to sailing, claim your boats, claim your time, and try to unlock new artifacts. Use whatever resources you get, the gold bars, and try to unlock new boats and unlock new captains. Also, one thing I want to note, this is also something that rarely happens, but I do want to pre-warn you. You can have more than 5 captains and more than 5 boats. There is a scroll bar at the bottom. Please scroll if you haven't already. And remember, you can buy a new boat. You can have up to 20. Same thing with the captains. You can have up to 20. Also, it's happy hour. Please go do your happy hour. I'm like legit, do your happy hour right now. Actually, you know what? Let's stop the review right now, and we're going to end the segment on the review, and we're just going to talk about we're going to do it. Oh, you're on your phone. Never mind. Let's not end the review then. When you get back, do happy hour. I lied, guys. We're not doing happy hour. Back to the review. Okay. Let's move on. Let's talk about divinity. Okay. So obviously don't have Doot. So big thing. While you are grinding pop bubbles, while you are grinding all that stuff, big grind for you is trying to unlock Goat God. This is a grind a lot of people don't do, and they forget about it, but this is extremely important for an early game player. You're at World 6, you need to stop worrying about World 6 and focus on World 4 and World 5. You want to try to unlock Goat God, so go level up your divinity, be on the divinity altar, and try to unlock, get divinity points and unlock Goat God. Once you unlock Goat God, every single character that is not active, link them to Goat God and stick them in lab. This is until you get Choco Chip. Your DK, you should try to active farm. Your elemental sorcerer, you should try to active farm to get the resources that you need when Choco Chip comes out. And your Blood Berserker, obviously stick them in kitchen. But your characters 100% should be trying to push divinity levels. The reason divinity levels are important is because once you hit level 50 divinity, you'll unlock multi-tool stamp, which is base skill efficiency. It is the most powerful stamp in the game, and it's the #1 recommendation for exalted stamp for any person anywhere in the game. Multi-tool stamp is extremely powerful. It's the #1 biggest thing you want to try to do. So divinity 50 is very important. Goat God is very important because it helps you progress both lab and divinity, which helps you get overall skill account levels, which, as I mentioned every single review, skill levels are really powerful for bravery sword damage. And eventually when you start focusing on the whole a bit more, it's going to be very powerful for you too. And imagine you've started on the whole, you're at Explorer 6, which is great. And you have Cosmo. Okay. So, yes. Idleon magic. I would recommend your first link being Arctis, and eventually when you get Goat God, having your second link be Goat God. Don't worry about 3D prints right now. Hurry up is kind of useless for you. If anything, I would have your elemental sorcerer talent for the God link be linked to Hurry Up if you want extra prints. And that's also something I can talk about. Man, oh man, we're swapping characters a lot today. This is also something to mention since you have 2 elemental sorcerers. This talent right here, polytheism. This allows you to link to another god. So your elemental sorcerer pre-Doot can link to 4 gods at once. So you are able to link to the god in the divinity altar. You're able to link to 2 gods with the whole Idleon magic, and you are able to link to a 4th god with polytheism. So what level of the talent you are determines what link to the god you are. So leveling up to 3, I think, is Hurry Up. Just level it up to 3. It'll help you a ton in getting you 3D prints. Usually oak logs early on in the game are probably going to outscale copper ore because your bravery isn't high enough to really start scaling that. But use polytheism, link to whatever 4th god you need, whether it be Snake God for the AFK gains, whether it be Nobisect for pushing, or Hurry Up for the 3D prints. Okay. Another thing I need to talk about is opals. So don't split your opals. Put all of your opals on one character. The reason I say that is because you should have this upgrade right here. Every 10th opal invested in villager boosts your EXP by 30%. So you need to have 10 opals on a character to really benefit from that. And you aren't benefiting from that because you split your opals. So you want to focus one character at a time. Put all of your opals onto one guy, just go ham, and just level up your EXP that way. Don't split it at all. Okay, so going back to the divinity grind, the biggest thing for you is try to get to 50 divinity and try to get to 70, not even 75 lab, probably 50 lab to be completely honest with you. That's the big thing. Once you get out of 50 lab, then you can start linking your characters to Tranqui and go back into the world and start farming various different things. Okay, I've talked a lot. There's a lot for you to work on. The biggest progress to your account is definitely going to be coming in the form of Onyx statues. So Choco Chip soon. You want to gear up for it. You want to level up your meals. You want to try to push towards the checkout takeout talent. You want to try to push your sailing, get golden hamsters across your characters, at least a stack of 10 once you get Choco Chip. Start doing the Onyx grind because it's going to really skyrocket your account progress. Remember, breeding exists. To do your pet arena, remember to use the talent before you enter the arena so you can have more than one entry every single day. Try to progress your territory spice battles. Try to unlock the spice and be prepped for unlocking Choco Chip. It is the most important early game account bonus you can get in the game. Get on the div and lab grind. Try to get divinity level 50 across your characters to unlock multi-tool stamp, unlock ladle stamp if you can, unlock the breeding exp stamp. Just unlock the stamps because you see there's a lot you have from world 3, hell, even probably world 2 that you haven't unlocked here. If you're confused about where to unlock these stamps, Idleon Wiki has where these stamps drop. Just look up Hermes stamp, just look up a Vast Yar stamp, just look up Golden Sixes, Ladle stamp, Nest Egg stamp, Divine stamp, all this stuff to help you level up, unlock these stamps to help you progress your account. I'm starting to get a little bit of a dry throat, so I'm going to stop the review there. Sovereign, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for the early game account. It's a really rare treat to see someone this early game, and I hope we give you a lot to think about. And as always, you can reference the VOD if you haven't already. The rough timestamp for it, since this video is not going to come out for another week or so, another week or two. That's when we started the review, and that'll give you a lot to think about, I think. So, anyways, YouTube, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the account. Sovadark, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. Hey guys, I just want to say as a last thing, thank you to all of my Twitch subscribers and YouTube channel members. You guys really help the channel grow and really motivate me to continue making videos. If you guys do also want to support me on YouTube, it's just $1 a month for a channel subscription at the lowest tier. You can choose to give more if you want. Just want to say that. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate your support. Have a great day. Bye.